Welcome.
You guys every week you do this.
Welcome to Gamer's Guide to the Galaxy, the show where we discuss all things gaming, and you can discuss it as well in the chat right over here. And I'm Chris.
I'm Jacob.
Adam.
What? It's just Adam?
Yeah, no, you're not Adam, just Adam. Like, that's your sense of being.
I have a sense of being, and that sense of being is Adam. What's the problem? I don't get it.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh. Alright, well, today we have various topics. The first of which, are we doing that first? We're doing that first?
I don't know. You put it first.
I was just putting it in.
You
I mean, that's all we do.
Okay, we're rolling with it.
You put it first.
So today we're going to talk about Ingress mission updates to start with. And for those who don't know what Ingress is, like Jacob, it is a game for Android and iPhone, actually. I think they recently came out for iPhone as well.
A couple months ago.
Yep, and it's a real-world MMO where you travel around killing portals. I know it's
great description. It's actually a pretty fun game because it gets you kind of to explore the area you live in, and you probably didn't even know where a lot of these things are, and you get to go a lot of cool places with it.
And it gets you out of your chair in front of your computer and into your chair behind your car.
Yeah,
Oh, so you have to go places.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm totally not into that.
Okay.
Well, it can be fun. It cannot be sometimes.
Well, I would rather not spend my gas.
You don't
You
need
can
to
walk.
actually. You can walk.
You can do what we do and have Michael Jordan
Exercise.
drive.
Yeah. We just have my to drive us.
If you tell Michael Jordan you're playing Ingress, I'm right there. Get in. I know where to go. Team Bigfields. Here we go. I wish I was over exaggerating.
You're not. That's the thing. You're really not. So yeah, that's But anyway, they released a update recently. I believe it's like on 1% release at the moment or something. But it's going to be pushed out more. But they're adding missions, and the interesting thing about it is anyone can make a mission, and they're sort of like the equivalent of quests in actual MMOs. Normal standard MMOs, I should say, because it is an actual MMO. But apparently you can create your own missions and just have other people play them and get a badge or something like that.
So you're saying is I can make a mission where someone gets me pizza and deliver it to my house.
You might be able to do that. I don't know.
I might have to start running Ingress with that shit.
I'm not sure that it would keep track of your ability to get the pizza. I'm not sure the game would actually track that. You could probably set a waypoint at the pizza place and a waypoint at your house.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can get them to go to the pizza place. They're like, oh man, I really want some pizza. They buy some pizza. They can't eat it because they're still in the middle of the Ingress mission. They come to my house and they're like, where's the pizza? And then I mug them for the pizza.
So basically, Jacob wants to be an NPC in Ingress.
Yes.
Hey, bring me pizza. That's the mission. This is like the worst RPG ever. What if they went to what if they didn't go to a place you liked?
No, that's why in the mission it's Paisan's pizza.
You could set a waypoint
Okay.
so that you can set Casados.
And then if they don't do what I say, then I get wrist control. And then I take out my gun. In case you didn't know, that's an
old YouTube video. Old YouTube video.
However, I think your pizza mission probably wouldn't do that well because the missions are displayed based on voting. So they will vote on a fun mission or not so fun mission.
This guy made me get a pizza. Bro, I thought it was an easy mission. Go to this spot, go to that spot, come back to this spot. I went to this spot. This guy threatened me with a gun for pizza. I look at it. He's sending me. The mission sends me to the pizza place. I couldn't believe this guy.
Actually, though, this would probably be a really fun mission. Besides that point of me getting pizza, because I would imagine most of these places just have you run, going to random places, and while they might be cool scenery or just a random street corner where drugs are sold, not sure. It
Well,
might
it has to be a historical market. But I mean,
I don't.
have
Does
to-
it have to be a spherical
Well,
map?
no, I mean, like,
It has to start at a portal,
Yes.
but I think you can actually just set it to go wherever from there.
so I can have them bring me pizza. Yeah, that's great.
So, like, you go to the pizza place, you're like, man, this is awesome. Right near your slice, I can grab some slice, and then do whatever I want to do. That's awesome. And then the trick is I get pizza though.
The trick is, you got to get a signature by this guy at this place, and if you don't give him pizza, he's just gonna punch you. Really, just yeah, it's not gonna go well.
I don't think that question would be voted very highly.
I'd vote very high. Can you vote more than once?
I doubt it.
I'd also
Ban the
make
votes.
I'd also make you
Well, maybe you
numbers
should have
account.
a Google Plus account.
I have a Google Plus account.
Maybe have more than one.
We all have more than one Google Plus account.
It's Google.
Well, yeah.
But I'm interested to see though, because that could turn really bad really quick though.
Mm-hmm.
As you were saying it though, because one, people who are really screwed up could be like, oh, hey, go into this dark forest. Yeah, mission.
Got mugged. Would not do mission again.
2 out of 10. Still fun though.
2 out of 10. Saw a nice
Welcome
rock
back,
though.
beer.
It hit me in the face.
Uh, yeah. So I mean, it's an interesting concept though, because
It is.
they're recruiting players to create content for their game around the world, because
That is very ingenious actually.
game world is the real world.
You know what it actually kind of sounds like? Geocaching.
It is similar.
Which actually is a really fun thing. And again, it has some of the same risks, you know, people screwing with it or being jerks, but it's a lot of fun if it works well.
Yeah. So yeah. Is there anything?
I think really that's all we can really say about Ingress.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want
Except
number
give me
one.
pizza.
But I realized I put it there. I screwed it up. Sorry. My apologies.
It's like you put it there.
That should not have been our opening thing. But
Oh well.
Yeah, that's okay.
yeah.
Oh well, we still got 20 minutes for the next topic.
Yep.
Which is
Which is a segment that we're going to add when we don't have much to talk about in terms of gaming news.
the top that part.
It's kind of obvious.
Yeah, I know.
What we're going to call the segment? Do we have an official name for the segment?
Well,
Effed up lore? Was that what we were talking about?
effed up lore, so effed up, something like that.
Effed up lore, so effed up?
I don't know. There's a comma there, meaning it's a list.
Oh. So
Except you didn't add multiple things, so you didn't
You didn't-
actually specify that.
you didn't put a comma into your sentence. So
Effed up lore, comma, so effed up,
There you go.
etc.
you just didn't,
Etc. Etc.
whatever.
So all of us with our English literary degrees here.
English.
Yes, my
Ingress.
English computer science degree. Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
We're just talking about the title of our news segment when we don't have it's when it's a slow news week on gaming news.
Yeah.
Yes. Generally, this show talks about news in gaming, but today we don't have a whole lot to talk about with news in gaming, so we're improvising. So let's talk about how messed up the Zelda timeline is.
Yeah, it is one of the most fucked up timelines I've ever seen in a video game.
I don't know.
This is name it more fucked up timeline.
Ever played Time Splitters?
Yes, yes, I have.
Your hand was up a key in that game. But you know.
Wait, what?
Time Splitters.
Time Splitters. And Time Splitters 2 Future's Perfect. There's a section of the game where you're like, you drop a key down to yourself, and you're like, how did I get this key? He goes, don't worry about it. And he just walks away, and the paradox is never solved of how you originally got the key. So back to Zelda being completely fucked up.
Yes. The Zelda. I guess we don't really need to worry about the fact that just even in the games, the Zelda games can be a little odd.
The games are a little odd.
Just a little bit, a little tiny bit.
Also, they're very frustrating sometimes.
Yes, they are. Water level. Water temple.
God, why would you do that?
Piece of cake.
But at any rate, in case you're not a big
I still
Zelda
have
person,
nightmares.
or you don't know, or you just never looked it up, there is actually definitive timelines for Zelda. Each game does correlate to each other in respect to the timeline. Now, it doesn't mean that each game will tie into a different game. So, for example, Ocarina of Time may have links to Majora's Mask, but Majora's Mask might not have, ties to a different game where Link is a baby.
Because of baby. What came with that baby?
It's a future game. It's in development. It's called Zelda Shits.
Zelda shits. Zelda shits.
Zelda Shits.
Oh, Zelda shits. Okay.
It's Zelda Shits. It's a potty training game. Calm down, God. It's like the book version of the
For
video
kids.
game. Yeah.
For kids. Oh, okay.
It's like the video game version of Everyone Shits book.
Yes, that is the greatest potty training book ever. Zelda shits.
Listen, if your kid's a big Zelda fan, I'll kick him shit up to it. Anyways, back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, the Zelda timeline.
Which was officially released by Nintendo. So this is actually a legitimate timeline. It's not, somebody on the internet piecing together random pieces of video games saying it's a timeline.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it seems to, the first 4 games in the timeline, not 4 games in the series, 4 games in the timeline. They flow from one to the other in some sort of way. Skyward Sword being the first in the timeline. And then a bunch of shit happens. And then it goes to Minish Cap. Then 4 Swords. And then there's a Civil War. And then it goes to Ocarina of Time.
To keep this in all-inclusiveness, Hyrule Warriors, the game that just released, does not fit on this timeline. It's not actually a Zelda game. Actually, no, it could be. It could be the Civil War.
It could be. See, I did do some research on this timeline. Basically, what Nintendo says is they make a Zelda game. When they make a Zelda game, they throw everything out they knew about the other Zelda games. They don't want that to influence how this Zelda game is going to be made. They keep the core concept, of course.
Yeah.
But it clearly does influence the current game.
Well,
not
in terms of the timeline and the story, they don't want to worry about making it a sequel or a prequel. They want to make a Zelda game, and they just want to make the best Zelda game they can make. After the game's been released for a little while, Nintendo basically goes, okay, where on the timeline does it fit? Let's pull out the dartboard and ding, there it goes.
So what you're saying to me right now is when they made the game Twilight Princess, they didn't intentionally put the Temple of Time in there with a reference to the past being the Temple of Time.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Because they didn't know that it was going to come after Ocarina of Time. They weren't.
No, they don't. They said that they don't think about the timeline when they make another Zelda game. They don't want to worry about it.
It doesn't mean that they don't know about objects in Hyrule. They can still use the map of Hyrule because they know where things are.
Sure, and go to the past.
It could be
Twilight Princess, and you're in the Temple of Time.
Yeah.
Therefore, Twilight Princess must occur after Ocarina of Time. Therefore, they knew it was going to occur after Ocarina of Time. That's what that means. I'm just doing this, but
that could be the concept
behind it. Because they kind of just they do literally just say, no, don't worry about the past games, don't worry about future games. Focus on this game and do nothing else.
But they clearly did something else.
Not necessarily.
They can still fit it in the timeline without having to worry about it being a prequel.
They didn't release this timeline until people demanded a timeline.
Hi.
Like, they literally did not release this timeline until people demanded a timeline. This timeline didn't even come out until after Twilight Princess.
Right, but
they can still have a general feeling of where it goes without knowing exactly how it feels.
If someone says that's not correct, you can just correct me and tell me when it came out. But I know it didn't come out like when Ocarina of Time was out. I know it didn't come out even when...
Well, it didn't come out after Skyward Sword, though.
Well, I think they could have added it.
They might have.
But I believe it did not come out until after Twilight Princess.
It definitely didn't, because that didn't exist back then.
I think the only two that were... There's only a few games that are actually made to be sequels to games. They are...
Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask was made to be a sequel to Ocarina of Time. The Adventure of Link was made to be a sequel to the original Zelda game, because it was 1 and 2. And
that's it.
That's pretty much it.
But anyways, back to us arguing to the timeline. In case no one knows, the timeline from Ocarina of Time...
Why don't you post the URL in the chat?
Yeah, so that way people can check it out. It splits. It goes into different, pretty much parallel universes where things may have happened.
It also tends to jump what could be centuries.
Yeah.
Because there's
a lot going on.
Because Ganondorf is apparently executed after Majora's Mask. And then there's a huge gap to Twilight Princess. Then there's even a bigger gap to Four Swords Adventure.
Executed after Majora's Mask?
The demon thief Ganondorf is executed.
After Majora's Mask?
Yes.
It doesn't say in the game. It's
Because Ocarina.
No, but like.
Because Ocarina of Time.
Why would it be after Majora's Mask though?
Because it's before Twilight Princess. And
Yeah, no,
And
I know.
You gotta kind of remember Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask take place almost in the same time because Ocarina of Time jumps to Link being an adult.
What's the prerequisite for going to Majora's Mask there in Ocarina of Time?
The hero is triumphant, and then it goes back to Link as a child. So
Okay.
Link as a child, Ganondorf was still around.
So pretty much what this happens is in this parallel universe, Link is now reverted back into a child form from the Ocarina of Time at the end of that game,
Yes.
where Ganon is still around. After the
Because he's
events
being
of
Link's
Majora's
adult.
Mask, before Twilight Princess, Ganondorf is executed. He's no longer around. That means that the self-proclaimed Twilight King Zant can now come to power.
And then
Okay,
in Four
That's
Swords
what happens.
and then
Sure.
in Four Swords Adventure, Ganondorf's back. It even says the reincarnation of Ganondorf.
Reincarnation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was executed, yes.
So that's how that fits together. Then he's brought back from the dead because logic.
Well, he gets executed, and he's in Twilight Princess.
No, you're not.
Yeah, he is.
He's executed.
Oh, I know. There's a whole scene where you see him executed
Yes.
in Twilight Princess. He's not dead.
Well, he's
Spoilers.
Demon thief Ganondorf is executed. That could happen in Twilight Princess.
It doesn't happen in Twilight Princess. It happens before Twilight Princess.
Yes.
This is fact. No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I just thought it was weird that they put that after Majora's Mask because Ganondorf has no bearing
that game.
on Majora's Mask at all. Period.
Well,
We
I
let
think
him
it's
advance
just
between the two games.
Yeah, it's true.
But he is the final boss in Twilight Princess.
Yeah, but
Like
that's
the
because
final 5 bosses, actually.
Well, that's because of the fusion of the thing and the reasons.
The thing and the thing and the
Reasons.
reasons.
Of the thing and reasons. Okay.
Listen,
And then-
it's hard to explain all the concepts of Link and how the Zant becomes Ganondorf.
Zamp doesn't become Ganondorf. Zamp does not become Ganondorf. Period. That doesn't happen.
It does.
He's being manipulated by Ganondorf. Did you actually play this game?
I did. It's just so long ago that I don't remember. I remember him being in there, but I don't remember like how it happened. I remember
He was
like
there the entire time, actually.
yeah.
Like, he's pulling the strings. He's being puppet master.
I don't like this. I don't like this notion. No. No. No problem. Okay.
So that's the one timeline, but I mean
Don't you like sitting in the middle?
Yeah.
the hero is defeated in Ocarina of Time. That's the timeline that kind of confuses me because it goes to
A Link to the Past.
A Link to the Past, which is a game I played a lot when I was a child.
Hero is defeated, and then Link to the Past.
Yes, it goes to the decline of Hyrule and the last hero.
But
So pretty much what this would mean would be that it'd be a reincarnation of Link. It's not Link.
Yes.
So in this one, it's actually Link. This is a reincarnation of Link, which means that he's the last hero.
Well, I don't.
this is the red-haired Link.
Yeah. I don't even think that it is the same Link in this whole timeline.
No, I don't think it
because
is either.
Well, it has
these
to be.
can be.
No, it's not.
These are different eras: Twilight era and Shadow era.
Yeah, but
Majora's
just
Mask.
like the Bronze Era and the Iron Age are times, you can live in both.
They're not the same Link.
I doubt it. I bet it is.
It's only the same Link for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and for
A Link, the original two.
Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons are
Yeah,
the
but
same Link.
Yes, but they're technically the same game almost.
And it's also the same as Link's Awakening.
And A Link to the Past.
But
So there's just many children called Link for.
Link is a
Who
very
fucking
popular
knows?
name
in
in
Hyrule,
Hyrule, and if you name your child Link, there is a very, very good chance that he's going to have to face an evil guy named Ganondorf someday.
and it's a popular name among Kokiris too, apparently. But that's
So pretty much, you want to be a dick to your kid and make him fight gigantic adults with swords. Name Link.
well, no. There has to be several things that happen. Okay, he has to be named Link. That's primary. Secondly, he has to wear a stupid green outfit for some reason. either he's roped into it by his grandmother or whatever. He's wearing a stupid green outfit
With a blue scarf.
and he has to get a sword. If all three of those things happen, he's the hero that has to fight Ganondorf.
Here, it's dangerous out there. Take this.
Struggle.
Baby, thanks, Jake.
Yeah, just don't meet all that criteria, or else he's gonna have to.
I wanted to give him
Like-
a green tunic and a wooden sword.
Well, to be fair, how Link gets the
Just a
sword.
Minecraft diamond sword.
Oh, I should.
Yeah, there you go. And
Nice.
a green tunic. You're good.
Let's just remember how Link gets the sword in the original game. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Listen.
Hold on.
Hey. Hey, listen.
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen. Don't
Listen.
take a show. What are you doing, amateur? This is an amateur hour, apparently. As an amateur.
That's-
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Oh, okay.
See you later.
Pull it up. Door's locked.
Okay. That was a good prop. Now, was that really worth getting up and running across the room?
I didn't think of the joke before we went live.
Hey, listen.
Exactly.
Hey.
Listen. Listen.
All right. I feel like we're getting a little bit off of,
Thank.
topic a little bit.
All right.
Here's something. Here's a good question for this timeline. Ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Ocarina of Time. When Link wins, Link does win.
Let's-
Ganondorf gets sealed into the sacred realm.
Yeah, Ganondorf is sealed.
Into the sacred realm. Which, wouldn't that be the better intro for A Link to the Past, where Ganondorf is sealed in the sacred realm? Just a thought.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm dumbfounded, but
I don't remember. Was he even called Ganondorf in Link to the Past, or was it Ganon?
It doesn't. Yeah, it was Ganon, but at the end of Ocarina of Time, he turns into Ganon.
Yeah.
And then you seal him in the sacred realm. And the premise of Link to the Past, now granted it's been a while, but the premise of Link to the Past is Ganon has slowly corrupted the sacred realm into the dark world,
Yes.
and you need to save the maidens from being imprisoned in the dark world. Makes sense, okay? Makes sense. Because, there are crystals in the dark world, hidden in like Turtle Rock and stuff. Yeah, all of it. Yeah, right here and
right here.
yeah, right
That
there.
is that is almost exactly the same storyline as not the newest Zelda game, but the one for the 3DS, A Link Between Worlds.
Well, isn't that just a renewal of Link to the Past?
Not technically, no, because it's got a different villain.
God damn it. So now we do another one here where it's like fourth fractal timeline. By the way, there was 3 of those, so Half-Life 3
It's got a different villain. Yes.
We all know.
I thought you were gonna miss that joke.
Nope.
I could miss that opportunity.
Nope.
It's got
I
a
wasn't
new,
gonna tell you.
it's got a new villain, but you do have to save the maidens. And
Are they crystals? Are they turned
no,
into
they're not
crystals?
maidens. They're called sages, and there's like a couple of guy ones, but most of them are one's a witch, one's a princess.
Oh, okay. Well, they're all maidens.
And there's a
in Link
one
to the
dude.
Past.
There's just one
and
dude.
there's just there's an annoying guy that lives in your house and sells you weapons.
Does he tell you to listen all the time? It's like, hey, I got some shit for you. Hey.
No, it's even worse. He goes, can I live here? And no matter what the answer is, it's yes. And then you walk out of your house and you come back in and he's turned it into a shop and made himself at home. And when you buy all the stuff from him, he goes, okay. What? I'm still staying here. Can't make me leave.
So pretty much it's like any terrible roommate you've ever had.
Yes. Except he doesn't pay rent and he charges you for shit.
Like any terrible roommate you've ever had.
It's like I need this to save the world. That'll be 900 rupees. But I need it to save the world. You can rent it for 600. Or time. That's classic time. It was a really good game. And I love the whole becoming a painting on the wall. That kind of added a cool way of exploring.
I don't own a 3DS. Like, I don't have these fun
Well,
things.
basically, Zelda in the Zelda game.
Yes, but I didn't get the game.
In the Zelda game, Link gets this ability to turn into a painting on the wall, after the bad guy does it to him, and then a princess saves him. Yes. And what he can do is he can then turn into a painting on the wall, and he can walk along the wall.
So the story, basically, it's the story of basically every other Zelda game.
Well, yeah, except for there's 2 princesses in this one.
Okay.
Twilight Princess. Okay, next.
And then there's the bad guy's an artist.
All right, can we just pause
And
one
yeah.
second and say Minta is possibly the best princess ever in Link?
Certainly less annoying than Navi.
Yeah, but Link, I mean, Zelda and Sheik, technically, you know, because they are the same person,
Mm-hmm.
are badass. But Minta's a fucking awesome person.
I got in an argument about that on Facebook the other day. It was great. About the
She's
Zelda
got
Sheik
a
thing.
hand.
The Zelda Sheik thing, I mean,
Yeah,
like being the same person. And
that blew my mind at first.
it was a good twist.
Yeah.
It was a good twist. Like, suddenly, oh yeah, I'm actually Zelda.
Dun dun dun!
Instantly captured.
What's a twist?
What a twist!
Yes, it did taste
But-
nice. Implement 3DS stuff.
Ironically, I never got that reference as a child. Like, I played the game, but I'm one of those people that speed text.
Yeah.
So I don't actually read a lot of the text. I kind of skim through games for the most part. I know people hate me for it. But I didn't really realize this until Super Smash Bros. Melee. When I hit down and B and turned into Sheik, I'm like, that makes so much sense.
Did you never beat Ocarina of Time?
No.
Oh,
I was gonna say- Chris.
I've never beaten Majora's Mask either. I gave up.
At that scene where she turns into Zelda, suddenly his mom, Jake, dinner's ready. Oh,
No.
comes back with a plate of food. Oh, Zelda's here. I wonder where Sheik went.
Act more like this. Hey, dinner's done. Turn everything off. It wasn't saved. It wasn't saved! And then it's never again.
Haven't played again.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that happened a lot in my house where my mom would just like shut my game systems down mid-game and like I would lose everything.
Oh, that's horrible.
Especially on like the older systems where it's like save points are one eternity from another. It's like you get
Oh,
one in the beginning
no.
to know what they look like, and you get one before the final boss, and that's it.
My parents never did that to me. They always let me get to a save point, even when they were ordering me off. But I do feel your pain when there were power outages.
Yeah.
It was sad.
Yeah.
See,
No, I have to play all that again?
I had siblings. Like, get off the system. No. Well, now
Look,
you're off.
Look at you know how I hate the Tower of Salvation maze puzzle? How I was telling you how annoying it is? Part of the reason it was so annoying was because my power went off right after I completed it, and I forgot how to do it.
Yep, that's
I had to go do it again. Bad.
And get to the next point. Yeah, the problem is you'd probably be sitting there 3 hours later. Hey, I forgot what I was doing.
Hey, go do your homework. Oh, yeah, this is a really good. I'm gonna start a new game. No, get out of here.
No. You were playing all wrong. You got the wrong party members. This is awful. I don't know what you're doing.
I'll let you know how it is. You can play in 2 weeks.
The tough looking guy does not do well.
Oh, that's a good excuse. Don't let your kids play for 2 weeks because you have to check the game for questionable scenes.
Questionable things.
Yeah.
Actually, that is a really good thing that most parents should do that they don't. They don't play the games. They don't watch those games.
And they don't actually look at the ratings on the games anyway, so that's not.
Yeah, but I mean, some of those can be really ridiculous. Like, what was it? The Mickey game with the brush. I can't remember it now. Off the top of my head.
Didn't that get Epic Mickey?
Epic Mickey.
Didn't that get like rated T for teen or
It
something?
did, and for like graphic violence, but it's not graphic. It's actually cartoon violence, where it's more like him hitting something with a brush and then it disappears into a cloud of smoke.
Well, it's because the paint came out.
I understand, but it's
Like,
that kind of
that's
thing.
blood. That's blood.
You know what I mean?
And it's red.
Well, not even that sometimes.
I think it was black.
That's just tar.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's a really good thing that I think a lot of our generation is going to get a little bit better because we are gamers. We did grow up with these things, and hopefully, for the love of God, we can get rid of Call of Duty kids. Please let that happen. Like, I do not want to hear any more 13-year-olds telling me how much they screwed my mom last night.
It's even worse when it's 5-year-olds. You don't even know what that means! Stop saying it! I feel so wrong hearing it! Please leave me alone! Why
Why isn't my mute button working? I hate you all.
I want to do this to you. I want to break your mute button just to watch you go in that downward spiral that quickly. Just like, as you're like laughing because you're crying. A grown man.
I should just stream Call of Duty sometimes so people could see how awful I am.
Leave me alone. Why did they?
God, I just turned Chris Crocker in 2 seconds flat.
And while Adam recovers from his nervous breakdown here, we're going to go on break. We'll be back soon.
Yep, thank you. See you soon.